High school is not a coming of age movie. Hi darlings, my name is Danielle and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a high school advice video talking about everything I wish I knew before high school. We're just gonna get right into this video. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video as well, and comment down below what grade you were going into. Starting off, I'm gonna talk about, I have like sections of things that I want to talk about. I also did a question tab on my Instagram story asking y'all if you had any questions. If you want to be included in my next Q&A, go follow me on Instagram at DanielleBisa. It's always so on the screen. Starting off, I'm going to talk about friends because I know friendships are really important in high school. Your friends in middle school may not be your friends in high school. That advice is 50% true. I am still friends with a lot of the people that I was friends with in middle school, but I'm not as close to some of them and I'm just closer to other ones. I'm not going to tell you to expect your whole friend group to dissolve, but I will say that it won't be the same friend group as it was in middle school, but you'll probably stay friends with some of those people that you were friends with in middle school. Be open to making new friends and try to be like outgoing and talk to people and just be nice to people and always like be smart about how you treat people because you never know when you're going to need that certain person in your corner. I want to tell you to keep a small friend group. Big friend groups just don't really work. In my opinion, I think having a small, tight-knit, close group of friends is so much better. You're able to trust those people. You can be comfortable with those people. It helps so much more in high school too. Have acquaintances. I'll say that. Like, don't write off people and be mean to people just because you're not close friends, but like have acquaintances, have classmates that you're cool with that can help you out. Don't judge people based off of their social media. Social media does not reflect who they are like in person. Like it does to an extent, but like they can seem like the sweetest person on social media and then be the meanest person in real life, vice versa too. So don't base your opinions on people off their social media. And going off of that, I also want to say stay out of drama. High school drama can go from 0 to 100 so quickly, and it is so much better to be on the outskirts watching people rather than being a part of the drama. Find out about it if you really need to know the tea, but do not insert yourself into drama and do not be friends with people who are always causing drama because it is too much work. One more thing about friends, don't try to be popular and be friends with popular people. Go to people who you actually think you have genuine friendships with and not people who you think will like boost your popularity, because it does not end well and you might not even end up being popular at the end of the day. Moving on to the real tea, relationships. I've never had a relationship before, so take my advice with a grain of salt. One of my biggest pieces of advice to high school relationships is to not go into high school with a middle school relationship. Literally, like, stop it. Don't do that because you guys are going to break up. It's going to be really messy and then everyone will be talking about it because they know that y'all been dating for so long. Don't date your freshman year. I think freshman year is a really important year of high school. Obviously, it's your first year there. You're still trying to figure out who you are, how you fit into your school and all those things. And having a guy or a girl, whatever, in the middle of that and also influencing your decisions, like, does you no good. My biggest tip is to start dating after you're 16 or your junior year. I think that's a great year because you know yourself, you know how you live in your school, you have your friends, and you are old enough to be dating. You can drive yourselves to date. If you do plan on dating when you are a freshman or a sophomore, be wary of upperclassmen who are willingly trying to be with you. Upperclassmen can be really weird and predatory in my opinion and try to date, you know, like freshmen and sophomore and lowerclassmen. So just be wary of that. Don't fall for things just because they're older than you, because they will drop you as soon as they find someone better. The actual stuff you are at school for is academics. Main things about academics is to actually pay attention to your classes and study. Do your work and do well in your classes. Keep up with your grades and make sure that your grades are looking good so that no matter what happens, if you decide to change whatever you want to study in college or where you want to go to college and where you're applying, you can always have good grades to fall back on. Respect your teachers. As much as teachers can be really annoying, they can be bad teachers, they can be rude and disrespectful. The biggest like piece of advice I'm going to give you, especially for teachers, is to respect your teachers, because if you show them respect, they will see that and they will respect you back, and then it'll help you later on. When push comes to shove and you really need that extra help, that extra little point in your grade to get you from a B to an A, they will see who was respectful to them, who worked hard in their classes, and they will reward you more. It's okay to miss the mark and like not always get your grades the way you want them to be. There's always room for improvement, and even if you don't do well the first time, try again and try different studying habits. Continue working hard even if you mess up. High school is harder than middle school for sure. The curriculum is different, it's rigorous, it's a lot of work, especially if you're like me, you take like AP class and stuff like that. Just don't like be too hard on yourself when you mess up, because literally everyone does and it's okay. For class recommendations, I would definitely say, even if you don't think that you're gonna apply to colleges here or do this or do that, take AP and dual classes if your school offers that. Take rigorous classes, take hard classes. Even if you're someone that doesn't do super well in school, at least take one hard class each school year, because for college applications that'll look good and it'll show that you're still trying even if you don't do super great in it. There's room for you growing and you've worked hard and have learned dances and social events. My school has a homecoming dance and then also prom, but I know other schools have like snowballs and like winter formals and all that type of stuff. Do not go with a date. Now you're probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're just anti-boys or anti-dates, but that's not the truth. I actually think it's a lot more fun to go to dances with your friends, with your girls, with your guys, whatever you want to do. Because for me, like my freshman year, I went to homecoming without a date, with a group of people with dates, and then with some without dates, and it was just really weird. I think that it's just a lot more fun when you're just with your girls and you get to dance and just have so much fun, live up your best life without having to worry about making someone else comfortable, without having to worry about looking good for a guy or dancing a certain way or having to dance with them during a slow song because you guys are dating. But if you are gonna go with a date, I would say to really choose a guy or girl that you feel very comfortable with. That's the most important thing. If you want to really enjoy yourself and be able to let loose at a dance, then choose someone that you're very comfortable with, that you don't care about seeing you all sweaty and like makeup mudged and smudged and all over the place, because then I think that's when you can enjoy it. Also, if you're in a relationship as well, that can be fun for you too. Miscellaneous things and stuff that doesn't fit into category. I want to tell you guys to join clubs. That is one of my biggest pieces of advice to high schoolers, is literally join clubs. Especially if you don't have a lot of friends, join clubs. If you have friends that are joining clubs that you're also interested in, join them. If you are interested in a club and you don't have a friend that's joining it, still join it. Join clubs. Clubs help you so much. They're a great way to be active in your school. They're a great thing to put on college resumes and college applications, and they can make you so many friends and give you so many opportunities. Like for me, my freshman year, I joined a business club at my school and I didn't have any friends in it, and literally I was so scared I almost didn't join it because I just didn't know anyone. But I ended up joining that club and literally doing so well in it, and I'm continuing to do so. And if I had like not done that, who would have known what had happened? I also made a bunch of new friends in that club. More people joined it in my sophomore year, and so now I get to do it with friends, and it's really fun. So join clubs. They're super fun. It's also a great way to get close to teachers as well. Also, if you're thinking about college and college recommendation letters, it's really good because teachers will be advisors, so it's good to, you know, get a close relationship with teachers. If there aren't clubs in your school that you want to have, create them. Figure out the way you can do it and create a club at your school, because if you can do it well and plan it out well, they most likely will let you have it. Next thing I'm going to say is to not be scared of upperclassmen. Upperclassmen can be some of your greatest friends. Find some upperclassmen in either the clubs that you're in, the sports that you're in, whatever you're in, and become friends with them because they can help you out so much. I know that the upperclassmen that I became friends with my freshman year helped me out so much, telling me about certain teachers, certain classes to take, classes not to take, what to expect, and like all this stuff. They know your school better than you do, and they know what you should be expecting. Like the advice I'm giving you is generic because it's just everything, but with people at your school who've experienced stuff, they can tell you, join this class, don't do this, and all that stuff. So do talk to upperclassmen for help and for advice, and keep them close to you because it's very helpful. Have school spirit. Literally, I know so many people in my grade and in my school that are like, ugh, dress up days, ugh, whatever, ugh, football games, ugh, basketball games. Those are some of my favorite memories from schools, like football games and dress up days, homecoming, and like pep rallies. Have school spirit, dress up for stuff, because you only get to be in high school for 4 years. You only get to have those cute little school spirit stuffs, and you gotta just enjoy it. Like, just enjoy it and have school spirit. Check your mental health. High school can be very tolling on your mind. I'm speaking from experience. High school has literally been very hard for me, but I think checking in on your mental health, taking time out of each day or however to journal how you feel, do stuff to take care of yourself. If it's a self-love day, it's a pamper day, all that type of stuff. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, because high school's a lot and it can be really hard. You need to talk to somebody. If you need an outlet or a creative hobby, do stuff outside of school that makes you happy, whether that be singing or art or sports or whatever. Find something for you that will help you mentally to de-stress, because school is a lot. In high school, is even more than you can expect. Do not do everything you do for social media. Do stuff because you actually want to do it. Take pictures because you actually want to take pictures. Have fun and like plan stuff with your friends because you actually want to spend time with them rather than just a photo op for social media. Social media does not run your whole life. And the last thing I'm going to say before I get into the Q&A is to cherish these moments and spend time with your family. High school goes by so quickly. It's actually insane to me that I'm about to be a junior. I feel like I literally was just in 8th grade. You will miss those moments so much. So spend time with your family. Don't be super mean to your parents. Be respectful of them and their rules, but also try to spend time with your siblings, with your family, with family friends, people that live with you and all that stuff, because before you know it, you will be off to college or, you know, off living by your own, doing whatever you're doing outside of high school, and these are your last 4 years at home if you really think about it. So just be cautious of that and cherish these moments. That was all of the advice that I had. I'm gonna get into my Q&A questions. So I'm gonna ask, if you took WAP, any tips? Okay, so if you don't know what WAP is AP World History. I did take WAP. I took WAP last year. I took it online. It was pretty hard. It's a pretty hard class. It's definitely an AP class and you are going to have to work really hard, but my biggest tip is definitely to read the textbook. As much as you hate it, read the textbook. Listen to your teachers during lectures, because I don't know if your teacher is like my teacher, but they will like test you over things that they say rather than what they like put on the PowerPoint and stuff like that. So take notes and listen to what they say. And also, if you need like help and review tips, I would recommend Heimler's History channel. He makes videos on AP World History as well as AP US History. So if you need any help on that stuff, he has really great review videos and review packets. And also do the work, do the reading, do everything. Like if you just pay attention in class, you will do really well. But also know that WAP is not a class about knowing the knowledge, but being able to apply the knowledge and apply terms to historical contexts and stuff like that. So I hope that helps. If you have any more questions, don't be afraid to DM me or comment down below. So I'm gonna ask the best relationship advice you ever got. Just like be true to yourself and do not forget about your friends when you're in a relationship, especially in high school, because I think friendships are more important than romantic relationships. I see a lot of people forget about their friends, and then when that relationship ends, they don't have friends to come back to. So keep your friends very close even when you're in a relationship, because you never know what's gonna happen. My battery's about to die soon, so I'm gonna like try to get through these really quickly. So I'm gonna ask my favorite memory of freshman year, either football games or homecoming. Those are some of my favorite like things. I love football, so football games are really fun. The same thing with homecoming. Dancing was just really fun because I went to like a different group of friends that I'm now friends with now. During my homecoming, I just like danced all night away and it was really fun. So homecoming. How to make friends? Talk to people. Literally talk to people. Give someone a compliment. I feel like a great way to start a conversation with someone is give someone a compliment. Or if you were forced to like do things with people in class, because I know teachers do that, like just be the person and be like, hey, do you want to work with me? Getting to know oneself during this time. Spend time by yourself and spend time doing things that you love. Like I said before, spend time by yourself doing things that you love, because it can be really helpful. So it's like competition and peers. Competition and peers can be really hard, but I'd say focus on you and yourself and focus on making sure that you are getting your grades the way you want them to be, and surround yourself with people who have like-minded goals for their grades and work with those people. I also would say don't think too much about the people that are at the top of your class, because if you're not at the top of your class, then you're not going to be at the top of class at any point. So just focus on what you can do and make smart goals that you can actually achieve. The last question I got is, what is your biggest goal going into your junior year? My biggest goal for this junior year is to just keep my GPA where it is and maybe bump it up a little bit, and then I also want to like bump up my ranking just a bit and also get my SAT score to be right where I want it to be. That was all the questions, all the advice I have. Again, if you guys want to know anything else, please comment down below your questions, or you can also DM me on Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My camera's literally about to die. So I will see you guys next time. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.
Play my songs and they been following me. Yeah, I don't like to do that much explaining and talking. Just know she had coffee.